Hey guys, Laura from HarassedMom. So I thought the first video that I would make for you guys on our waste-free journey is some of the simple changes and swaps that we've made in our house to move over to a more sustainable lifestyle. Um, when you think of living a life without plastic or without stuff, it can seem quite overwhelming because if you go and stand in your kitchen right now, you'll look around and there's just such an abundance of plastic in everything. Packaging just seems to be like done on overkill. So it's really been a process for us to do it step by step and focus on one area of the house, and then move over to the next without trying to do everything in one go. So one of the first things that we did, my mom's always had a worm farm, so we kind of just continued on getting our compost heap going again, for all our kitchen waste. So we have a very nice David set it up, and so all of our kitchen waste gets popped into the compost. Obviously, you can't put everything in. Your meat and your dairy generally you don't put in your compost. If you have a bokashi system, you can't put the meat and dairy in there. But if you're just setting up a compost heap in your back garden, then rather not put in the meat. I know some people have said that they've put bones in and stuff and it's been fine, but we live in a complex. There's lots of cats and dogs around, and obviously we don't want them scratching in the compost heap, so we just leave that out. To help with that, we've kind of tried to reduce the amount of meat waste that we produce, so that that is obviously less, but everything goes into the compost heap. So that includes our veggie waste, eggshells, bread, our coffee filters and the coffee grinds, all our tea, the loose tea leaves, those all go in there. So that's the change we've made in the kitchen. And it actually, that combined with our recycling efforts, have reduced the refuse that we put out once a week to be collected. We used to have a whole bin full of stuff before we started this, and now if we forget to put the bin out, we can go a week before it's actually even almost half full. So these might sound like small things, but they actually make a massive difference to the amount of waste that your home produces. So then the second thing the second change that we've made is obviously to not shop with plastic bags. I've managed to get the whole family on board with this one. Even the teens are quite good. If they go and they buy something and they don't have a bag with them, they will just decline the bag and they will carry whatever they've bought. David and I as well, if sometimes you forget the bag, we just put the stuff back in the trolley, we push it to the car, we put it in the bags once we're in the car. It was a bit of a challenge during Corona when we had deliveries, because certain of the delivery places still put the stuff in plastic bags, but we just we put a lot of those in our eco bricks or use them for picking up dog poop. And in line with our groceries, we've kind of limited the groceries that we are buying from major retail stores, and we've switched over to using a company called Unwrapped. Unwrapped supply all of my dry goods for me in glass jars. So currently I get my rice, flour, sugar, baking powder, macaroni, cocoa powder, all of that stuff from them. They deliver once a week to Pretoria, and she brings through the stuff in beautiful glass jars. When we are done, we clean the jars, we give them back, and then we get a refund on the jars that we send back. So each time I do a shopping, I have like a little voucher that I can use towards the next lot. So that's eliminated so much plastic, because all of that stuff, rice, plastic, pasta, all of it, it comes in plastic bags. Previously we were recycling it or putting it in our eco bricks, but now we've managed to eliminate it completely. And it also looks so much nicer in my kitchen when I have all of these beautiful glass jars, and it saves me the cost of containers because I just give them back to her when I'm done. So we've made that change, and then we obviously been getting our veggie box for a while now. So our veggie box it's 90% plastic. Obviously, again, there's been some challenges with COVID, but the box is 90% plastic free. And if I do need to go to the shops, I go to specific stores that I know have loose vegetables, and then I use my awesome little veggie bags that you can These bags were $9.99 from Pick and Pay. So every time I went in, I would just buy one, put what I needed in. It works out pretty much on par. Sometimes it actually works out cheaper than buying the packaged stuff. These just go in, they stay in the car, or they go back in the bags that we have. So I always have them on hand. So it eliminates a lot of the plastic and veggie plastic that we bring into the house as well. And then we bake a lot more now in terms of our getting biscuits and cakes and things like that from the store. I haven't bought a packet of biscuits for ages. When we feel like something, then the kids will bake or I will bake, and it works out probably a little bit cheaper, but I can also make sure that the ingredients that we are using, I know where they come from. So I use the unwrapped flour, and it's a good quality flour, so I know exactly what's going into the stuff that we make, which obviously has health benefits for us, but also it's nicer. There's no need to be buying cookies and biscuits and cakes from the store. You can make them at home, and they are just much nicer. And then we have also changed over our cleaning products. This I've been doing for a while now. I actually just stopped buying everything, and I switched over to vinegar and bicarb largely. I did take Jane a while to get used to it, but if there was nothing else, she didn't have a choice. She had to use that, and so now I use the orange peels in jars, top them up with vinegar, pop them in the fridge, and then fill up squirt bottles, and those are what we use to clean everywhere in the house. I have also obviously the dishwashing cleaner that you wash the dishes with. That I have switched over to also using unwrapped. She's also got a cleaning section on her website. So this is dishwashing cleaner that we just fill up a refillable bottle by the sink, and it also comes in the glass jar. So when she comes again, she takes the empty jar, she fills it up, and she brings it back the next time, or she brings back another one for me, and that's quite nice. So we don't have any plastic. There's no kitchen cleaner, there's no bleach, there's none of those chemicals that are bad for our health, first of all, and are in plastic bottles that we can't really do much with once they are done. And then the final change that we have made is to go plastic free with our shampoo and soap. So this is a charcoal bar. Charcoal is one of the ingredients that I got again from Unwrapped that we use as our soap in the bath. We also do have Kiara's trying out the face wash bar. We use the shampoo bars from the Refillery. Those ones seem to work best for me. So we've switched over completely to that. We don't buy soap anymore, and these ones come like this. So it comes in a brown paper bag from Unwrapped, and if you go to the Refillery and you buy it there, again, you can put it in a little brown bag, or you can take your own container if you want to put it in your own container, or you can just take it like that and put it in your shopping bag, however you want to do it. There is no wrapping on it, on any of them, and if they do, some of them do have just a paper wrapper around them. So there's like nothing that's going to go to waste here. And I wasn't sure on these bars because we are a large family, so we go through a lot of stuff. Cost wise, I was a bit unsure, if I'm paying a little bit more for this, is it going to last and stuff. And the shampoo bars specifically have lasted better than the shampoo, and I think obviously it is because you have a bit more control over it, and the kids tend to squeeze out of the shampoo, and it's cheaper, slightly cheaper volume wise for what we were going through. So on the shampoo bars, we're actually saving. These ones also have lasted us. They last really, really, really well. The kids know they just not to lather them up or to leave them in the bath. So cost wise, it's probably on par or even cheaper in the long run, and it is much kinder to the environment. So those are just some of the changes that we've made in our home. Obviously there's still a lot more that we are working on, but if you start room by room and just eliminate one thing, so if this month you focus on finding a shampoo bar that's going to work for you and stop buying the shampoo in the bottles, and then next month try and make the change, find a veggie supplier that doesn't use plastic. and then the next month do something else. And each little small change will add up to a big change. And what you'll realize, what we've realized is through doing this, just how much stuff we were wasting unnecessarily. The piles and piles and piles of plastic bottles that we were throwing away from the cleaners, the wrapping on stuff, I'm not really sure why there is a need to wrap stuff and wrap it again and then wrap it again. All of the zero waste stuff brands that we've worked with, the packaging is kept to minimal, so, but you still don't feel like there's health risks or anything like that. So I don't know that it is necessary. So if you guys have made some of these changes, please let me know how it's going and what you've done in your house, and that's what's working for you, because this is a journey for us. We're learning all the time, and some of the stuff that we are doing, we've realized is not right, and we make changes as we go. So please share with me where you guys are on your journey and what changes you guys have made. I'd love to hear.